Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of What's Driving Token Prices. I'm your host, Katie Talati, Director of Research at Arca. For those of us joining for the first time, I'm responsible for identifying and analyzing digital asset and blockchain opportunities for Arca's funds. As part of our research, my team and I examine token prices and the market events that act as catalysts for price change. Based on our research and market events over the past week, here are some notable token price movements and what we think drove those moves. Before we get started, just a reminder, guys, this is not intended to be investment advice, investment research, or an investment recommendation. Please be sure to consult your investment professional for your own circumstances. All right. So another, kind of news week, some interesting stuff out today, actually, if you haven't read about it, the IRS is officially designating NFTs under the broader digital asset umbrella on tax forms. So that'll from earlier this year and end of last. But today we're going to talk about token-specific news. So to start, I've got some good stuff for you this week. We're going to actually talk about Mango markets. And if you didn't see the headline, yes, it was another hack. Thankfully, it wasn't a bridge. So Mango markets, they're a Solana-based lend borrow protocol. So they suffered a hack of $112 million last week. This one actually didn't involve the exploit of code, manipulating price oracles or other validators, but which is kind of what we've commonly seen in the last few hacks. It's being labeled as a hack, but in realistic terms, the person used kind of labeled it a trade. But basically what the hacker did is they took dollars in two separate wallets, and they essentially were able to take out a levered position that was 3.7x levered, representing an $18.4 million long position in MNGO, Mango's token, on the Mango Markets platform. The hacker then pushed up the price of the MNGO token from just under 4 cents to 91 cents. And this was easily done because Mango has a really low liquidity on their token. Since Mango Markets allows users to take out a loan against what's called like floating P&L, so basically, your collateral can go up a ton, and we're not using like a 90-day backwards looking amount. We're not using prices from multiple different venues. The hacker was able to withdraw this over $100 million in loans against what was now a $440 million position in Mango on the Mango Markets platform. Crypto Twitter, this is fun, managed to track down the hacker's identity via his Ethereum address, which was tied to an ENS or an Ethereum name service. And the hacker ended up requesting a $47 million bug bounty from the DAO. So generally what happens is after these hacks, a lot of the time the DAO or the foundation, whoever is backing the project, will try to reach out to the hacker and say, hey, we'll give you a 10% bounty and we'll come after you if you give us back the hacked funds. Sometimes they comply, other times they don't. So in this case, the guy said, hey, I will take like a roughly 50% bounty. And the DAO voted on this. As the hacker owned a ton of Mango tokens from pushing the price up, he was able to vote through this vote at 98% of the vote for yes. So really a governance attack and a trading scheme. Not bad. So the hacker received $47 million and has been exonerated in the eyes of the Treasury. They've promised not to go after him for legal action. Yes, so the DAO then decided to fund the remaining user funds from its treasury that were withdrawn during this trade or hack. Mango, the token, is down 23% on the week on this news. But yeah, I guess this is why DeFi probably needs better designs. All right, next up I have for you Avalanche, the AVAX token. So Avalanche this week released its BAMF upgrade, which allows cross-chain validation. So basically the idea is that you can allow someone to stake AVAX on the Avalanche mainnet to validate assets or to validate on their subnets. Just in general, Avalanche consists of like a base chain or their mainnet chain and other chains called subnets, which allow the protocol to kind of scale transactions. So some examples of subnets that have been launched to date include DeFi Kingdoms, which is like the really popular game that was originally on Harmony, migrated to Avalanche. Another one is called Swimmer Protocol. So they all have different features. It's kind of, so the feature that was just launched is pretty similar to like the Cosmos interchain security. And the idea is that it should bring back some usage and importance to the AVAX token. AVAX is down 2.8% on the week. All right, next up, we have FTX. So the Texas State Board of Securities announced it's going to be investigating the US-based entity ftxus and its founder, Sam Bankman-Fried. So this is really specifically around FTX acquired Voyager's assets. And as a result, the Texas State Board is concerned that potentially FTX might begin offering yield products that Voyager also offered, and they consider those securities. And so basically this was kind of like more, I would say, like of a cease and desist than an actual investigation. Obviously, it made a lot of headlines to see this, to see as a regulator investigating such a large entity like FTX. Despite such negative news, however, FTX's token FTT was only down 2.3% for the week. All right, last this week we have Uniswap Labs. So this is the corporation behind the decentralized exchange Uniswap. They announced a $165 million fundraise last week. Yes, $165 million. I don't even know what I would do with that amount of money at a startup. But the raise reportedly valued Uniswap at $1.6 billion, and it was led by Polychain Capital, along with A16Z, Paradigm, and Variant. The fresh round of funding is going to be going towards supporting expanding Uniswap's product lines, which might include NFT trading in the future, as they recently purchased an aggregator platform, and a lot of people are waiting to see how that gets integrated. With this, Uniswap was up 9.4% for the week. All right, guys, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed our